Hi there, my name is Henry Tenby. This is Henry Tenby AI. And in the following video, I'm going to be explaining where I'm at with my computer setup for my AI agents. So, as I explained in my last video, I drew a lot of inspiration and I learned a lot from my three YouTube gurus in the space of that are providing wonderful information in the AI agent space. And those three gurus are, in no particular order, Alex, Finn, Andrews AI Agents, and Dan Martell. I made the decision that I would follow the advice of, certainly I would say, Alex, Finn, and Andrews AI Agents to go with a dedicated Mac Mini. I live my life, all my computer work is done through I have a Mac Studio, which I use as my main desktop, if you will. But just for security purposes, I wanted to run my AI agents on a dedicated machine. So I went to my local Apple store, I didn't. I ordered it online. I ordered the Mac Studio online. It took about a month for it to get delivered to my local Apple store, and I picked it up back in April. And I still am not 100% there with getting going with my AI agents, but I believe I have my Mac Studio pretty much configured as best as I can. And so I'm going to talk about that in this video. There were quite a few people on YouTube who said it's super simple to set up your AI agents on the Mac Studio. And so I went the route of setting up a new Apple account and a new Gmail email address for my new agents, and I put that on the Mac Studio. So it's not my own; it's got its own Apple account, if you will. And I installed. It took a very long time. It took me about 2 days to get OpenClaw installed. It was pain and agony. It just wasn't one line of code. There were so many variations, and even Alex Finn himself has stated that every time he would install OpenClaw, it would be different. And it was. I got into a lot of stumbling blocks, and the way I put 7 hours in on day one, and it was not up and running. The Telegram communication wasn't up and running, and it was a bit stressful. So what I actually did, and I learned this from somebody here on YouTube, is that I used Gemini AI on my desktop to walk me through the setup process. So I was doing screenshots of the interface there for OpenClaw, and back and forth with screenshots, uploading screenshots, and it took me some hours actually to get it set up on the second day. And then finally I got my Telegram to come to life. And again, this was because I was using screenshots to ask Gemini how to get this set up, and it finally happened. And once I got my Telegram communication set up, and I was in communication with my OpenClaw agent, I then asked my OpenClaw agent to go through and make sure that everything was done as it should be done. And I shared all of the all of the information that I got from Andrews AI agents on how to set up all the details of the memory and the Obsidian. It just went on and on and on. There's so much detailed information there that I wasn't sure if it was set up properly, but my agent went through and checked it all for me. So I'm going to tell you kind of what the things I did in my OpenClaw setup. So Andrew, he had a video on mistakes for the Soul MD file and the Agents MD file and the Memory MD file. So I went through, again, I made very specific notes, and I read all this to my agent that I had just created. And I read it to him through my chat with him, and he then verified that all this information was set up correctly for my OpenClaw. So if I hadn't watched Andrew's video on the 5 mistakes, I wouldn't have known to tell my agent. So I just read it into the Telegram, and then he went through and one by one and explained to me that it was all achieved correctly in my OpenClaw setup. So like there's a whole list of things for the Soul MD, Agents MD, memory. So for example, for the Soul MD, so you would tell your agent, I want you to be sharp, autonomous, proactive. I want you to think like an owner. I want you to push back if there's something that I ask you to do that sounds like a bad idea. And please don't follow instructions like a robot. So for example, all of those I read right to my agent through Telegram at the very beginning of the setup. So, and then, okay, what about the Agents MD file? Again, this is all from Andrew, and thank you, Andrew, for spelling this all out. For the Agents MD, I specified when each agent first wakes up, you should be told to read your Soul MD. Read all your memory files, check today's daily log and the previous 2 days' daily logs, read the Lessons MD that I created, read your Identity ID. Don't ask for permission, just do it every single session and after every single compaction. So again, these are notes that I made from Andrew's video. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Okay, so how about let's talk about the Lessons MD file. In that video that Andrew made, he said, for the Lessons MD file, every mistake must get logged. You should explain how it happened, why it happened, and what's the permanent fix so it never happens again. So Andrew's detail is absolutely fantastic, and I really, really appreciate it. So basically, I won't go through everything here, but I did spend literally months watching these videos by Andrew and Alex Finn and Dan Martell, and I read a lot of this information to my agent through Telegram right when I established communication with him, and that took me probably 4 hours to read all this to my agent on day number 2 of my setup. So I do believe that I've got all my I's dotted and all my T's crossed, and I'm good to go. And so where I'm at right this very moment today is that my agent on my Mac Mini is ready for the introductory, our interview. So that's where I tell the agent all about myself, my businesses, my aspirations, our goals. The reason why I'm going into this is so that my agent can help grow my business very significantly, I hope, and also help me find other businesses to expand into, so profitably. So that is where I'm at this very moment. I also do have Hermes installed, and I'm going to do I'm going to complete the setup completely with the interview on my OpenClaw, and then I'm going to do the same setup with the interview on my Hermes as well. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on all that, but I just wanted to tell you what I went through. It was a bit of pain and agony and suffering in setting up my agents on my Mac Mini. I won't lie to you on that. It was difficult. It did take me 2 full days because the first day was basically, it took me a whole day just to get the Telegram, into the second day to get the Telegram working where I could speak to the agent, and then the better part of a second day to go through all my notes with the agent to make sure that everything was set up as efficiently as it could be. It's my understanding that Hermes, you don't have to go through all this agony. It's all self-improving and self-learning. All the skills are, they're all there. It's pre-packaged with, I believe, over 100 skills. So Hermes, it doesn't have the pain and suffering and agony component that OpenClaw had. But I do want to learn and work with both of these agents to see which one can help me better and in which way. So that's going to be a continuing part of the story. So, but I hope you have a good idea of what I went through to set up my agents on my Mac Mini. That was the purpose of this video. And if you learned something from the video, I'd really appreciate hearing from it. I mean, maybe you could hit the thumbs up. That would be amazing. If you're watching this video for the first time, just so you know, my name is Henry Tenby. This is Henry Tenby AI. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur that has been I've been working with my own businesses online since 1999. And the reason why I've created this channel is to give you guys real life experience and sharing behind the scenes as I learn with AI how to grow my business. So maybe that resonates with you. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.